Hi, this is Nick Astor. I'm here with Jeff Miller. He's the founder and CEO of Wheelz. That's WHEELZ.com, who is a new startup in peer-to-peer car sharing, another classic access economy example. Jeff, why don't you tell us a little bit about what Wheelz is and how you're a little different from some of the other folks in the space.
Sure. Yeah, so like you said, we're a peer-to-peer car sharing platform, which means we allow people that own cars to turn themselves into a personal Zipcar. We take advantage of the fact that there's 250 million cars parked out there in the US that just sit there idle all day. And we have a technology platform that allows those individuals to unlock the potential that is in that parked car and to rent it out to others, to rent it out to friends, neighbors, classmates, what have you.
And to literally unlock the car, that's
right. That's right. We developed a custom hardware solution that we call the Drive Box. It gets installed in the vehicles that are operating on our network, and what that allows is for car owners and car drivers to interact on our platform, to reserve cars, but to never have to meet in person. You never have to, as a car owner, hand your keys to another individual because the hardware solution steps in and facilitates that commerce.
And what about introductions and vetting and so on? How are you approaching that problem? If I'm a car owner and I'd sort of prefer to meet the person, or do I really care about that so much?
Trust is an essential element in the access economy, as you call it, and we do a number of things. One, every single one of our drivers are pre-screened. We have a set of criteria that you need to qualify for. You need to have a clean driving record. We check everybody's driving record. We have a relationship through the DMV of every single state to make sure that, Nick, when you sign up, you don't have any DUIs, you have no reckless driving, you have a certain number of points or fewer, and then you're an eligible member of the Wheelz network. Number two, we're focused on college and university campuses. These are small, closed communities where people have mutual friends in common. And so when Nick rents my car, even if we've never met, we can see who each other's mutual friends are. And through the way we've built the product, Nick knows that he's renting Jeff's car, and we have our friend Denise, who happens to be in biology class with both of us. So we kind of know how we're socially connected, which increases the sense of responsibility that someone like Nick would have when renting someone like Jeff's car.
And that seems like a smart place to start. The relative safety of the college campus, the network is already built in, and you've got, at least a certain amount of implied vetting there. Do I get to really know the person? Do I see your photo? Do I see your Facebook page or something like that, and I know who you are, even if I haven't actually met you in person?
Yeah, absolutely. We've built that social component into the product. So when you're renting my car, you see my face. You see who our mutual friends are. You see where I am in school. And so you have a sense of who I am as a person, which increases the emotional responsibility you feel in taking care of my car. It's an important part of the demographic we're going after. I mean, starting within college and universities, you've got, technology early adopters, you've got socially connected people, you've got a very dense social graph that exists in a very small physical geography. The likelihood that you and I are already connected while doing business or interchanging through Wheelz in a community like Stanford or Berkeley or USC or UCLA is greater than the probability if we happen to be two individuals that lived in Noe Valley or Soma or another part of an urban environment.
That's great, and clearly a lot of college students don't have cars, so you're solving a known problem there. So we started at Stanford and Berkeley. Where next?
We're gearing up and launching the Southern California. So we just opened our doors for business at USC last week. So we've already had our first cars installed and reservations taking place, and we'll be launching very shortly at UCLA.
That's great. And how many cars available? I mean, do you have any sort of percentage of how many students are on board with this?
Yeah. We think it's important on any campus to get to a point where you've got between 10 and 30 cars on a given campus. That gives you sort of a critical density that there is a reliable transportation solution right there. So if you're in a community like Stanford, Zipcar, our partner, has 40 Zipcars. We're around 30 cars on Stanford right now, and by having a critical mass of 30 cars, I have enough options all over campus for my transportation needs, and I can really start relying on Wheelz as my dedicated transportation service.
Now the technology sounds particularly interesting, that you can unlock the vehicle using the app. Who pays for that? Is that something that the car owner has to pay to have installed?
Right now, as we're still in this early phase, it's part of the cost that we're bearing. We think it's certainly a service that owners will pay for. Our owners are earning hundreds of dollars a month, and for the opportunity to enroll in a service like this, we think that car owners will eventually pay for part of that.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for your time, Jeff.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's great to meet you, Nick.